Hello everybody, this is Ian from the Sports Card Side Hustle and Cards IQ, and I'm coming to you today with another grading reveal. You know that we do these periodically. I like to share my process and be transparent with you and get as many of those grades out there as I can. This one is was submitted as a regular order. I say submitted as because it turned out a little different, and I've been over that in recent videos or in the last year or two at least about upcharging and why that's okay or a good thing, and you'll see why. I already have some indication of the grades here, at least one of the grades being real good, because I got upcharged and I got an email about it. So let's go through the grading review. These were two high-end cards. I tried to get them in the regular order price. It's only 5 more business days to go to only pay for regular from Express. So instead of 5 business days, I think it's 10. So that's what I submitted them as. Okay, so let's do the reveal though, the little bit more suspense. So when I hit the start reveal, you'll get the back side of the card first and then a little bit of suspense, right? So this is the 2024 Panini Prismania LeBron James. I checked on this and it's only graded 10 times and there's been 6. Okay, so a gem rate of 60% now. And I got one of them. I got a PSA 10. So happy about that, and we'll cover more details on that in a minute. The other one was a Kaboom. It's a Michael Penix rookie Kaboom. And it's a horizontal, number 14. And these don't have a high gem rate. I think the set has under 40%. The Penix might be 40 or just above now, 40%. And when I flipped that, I also got a 10 on that. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Those are good P10R ratios. The LeBron, I calculated it, and the last P10 went for over $4,000, and the last raw might have been my purchase at $1,500 and something. So it's got a P10R of 2.65, and with the gem rate, that gives a value score from our formulas of 159, a very high value score, so something worth buying raw, and it worked out for me. So just so you guys know how upcharging works, what happened, I get an email saying I have to approve of the order to be complete. I think you'd be crazy once they've decided to give your card a 10 and something that's going to increase the value a lot to not complete that order, but you have to respond saying, yeah, I approve of the new price since I only submitted it at a regular price. And you can see over here, it highlights the one that because the value is so much higher, it had to go to the $299 value. All right, so that was I had submitted these at $1,500 value or lower, and I ended up having to pay for the value that was over $2,500 for the LeBron, and I couldn't really dispute that much because it wasn't close. The last sale was over $4,000, so that's how that fell out. So anyways, I hit approve, the order is complete, and then they become available for grading. If you want to see is it worth it and why I feel like it's worth it, here's the LeBron Prismania in the Sports Card Investor app that's free, but it's got live real data. It just doesn't have as much in the free version or go back as far, but to me, it gives you everything you need. It gives you current price, but no sales in the last 30 days raw. I think so. Mine might have been the last purchase. When you click on the whole list, I like it because it gives you all the grades and it gives you the last sale price at that grade. So $1,524 for the last raw. No sales for the 9, but I thought I had found one somewhere for $1,900. They don't have a record of it in theirs, but the PSA 10 over $4,000, $4,050 for the last sale. I think the one before that was like $4,200. So yeah, is it worth it to me to take a raw card from $1,500 to over $4,000? It was worth it. Along with that, if you're wondering, was this luck? Did I put any logic and odds and math into the? Yes, I calculated the P10Rs and the gem rates. When I got the Penix cards, there weren't that many Kabooms graded yet, and I wouldn't choose to buy them again because the population count is going so high on those. Over 400 graded already. For the LeBron, there's only 10 graded if you go to gemrate.com. And when I got it, I think there had been 8 graded and 5 of 8 were at 10. So I was willing to roll the dice on that. And that's how I made my assessment and chose these. So I'll give you the full outcome and how my process goes. If you guys have any questions, here was my purchase. So this was after taxes, shipping, and all that. $1,650 on the LeBron. And now it's a card worth over $4,000 pretty quickly. I bought it in June. We're at the end of July by the time I received it. Got it in a future grading order, and it's done by end of July. All right. So let me know if you have any questions, if you like my purchases, what you think of the grading reveal. And by the way, I did have it out there for anybody that made their guesses and were correct. I was going to give you a discount on the auction, a voucher, and nobody guessed two PSA 10s. So this is the Sports Card Side Hustle and Cards IQ. Please have a good weekend, y'all, and please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. Take care.